Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be continuing our look at Hiya Toys Predator figures. This is the Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Boar Predator. This is the packaging that it comes in. The traditional boxes are used to seeing. We have our big window display here showing the figure and the accessories. On the left we have a picture of the figure. On the right we have a Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Boar figure. And the bottom here we have the choking hazards for ages under 3. These are marketed towards ages 15 and above, and more towards adult collectors. These ain't built for heavy play, they're more for a collector with gentle and mild play. Top of the box says Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Boar figure. Bottom of the box, same thing. Side of the box just says Predator 2 on both sides. The back of the box says Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Boar figure at the top. We have the social media, Twitter and Facebook. We have Hiya Toys company information, 20th Century Fox always reserves, a UPC, those age limitations, and 2 product images on the bottom of the packaging. This is only held by a piece of tape, which I went ahead and sliced. As I opened up this box, I want to change the idea of QA inspection. And these figures do need heated. All joints need to be heated to make sure you don't break your joints. So we have an insert on the back, a picture of a predator. And inside the box, we also have a product insert showing off some of the other predators that they have available. And there's more to come. So this is what the clamshell looks like. So you just have to separate the 2 pieces and you have access to your figure and your accessories. Just be careful, get too gung-ho about it because you're sending your pieces flying through the air sometimes. First we're going to take a look at the Boar Predator figure. This is very cool. You see he has a silver mask. He has this gold crown on top of his head, then 2 silver bars across it. His eyes are painted black on the mask. There is some black wash on the front of the mask. He does have this amazing individual threads throughout, and they have some different color beads throughout his hair. They do fan over his shoulders and to the front from the back on both sides here. Looks very, very nice. He has a chest garment, and it looks like he has some little skeletons throughout here painted gray. There's a black garment with a looks like a bloody red trim on it. Very nice. Very nicely done. He has 2 different shoulder pads. He has this larger one on his side here. It is like a silver, small black maybe with a silver wash. Small black there. It's very nicely done. And he has a gauntlet on his arm here. Then he has red hands. More of a maroon hand, I should say. On this side, he has a smaller shoulder pad. It's like all this gear is made of some kind of metal material. Nice gauntlet here on his other arm. And he has blood-soaked hands, maybe, from all the murdering he does. or if that's just his skin pigmentation, because he does have it here on his lower legs. He does have the fishnet style of garment from his on his waist and stomach and chest area. He does have a almost like a belt with two I don't know what we want to call these things, like well, this is more like for that throwing disc that he holds his garment here. This here is a softer plastic. It's not the same as this other. It's just maybe some detailing on the belt sash type thing that he's wearing. So you can see his little legs are almost the same color as his hands. Definitely has unique skin pigmentation on it. It does have a nice looking knee pads that matches his other metal parts. And then from his knee to his ankle, he does have a shin guard that wraps all the way around his legs. His feet are a little more red. He has some black toenails. The back of the figure is pretty much all that dark maroon. It's almost like a blood stain color. It's actually quite creepy. And also very cool. It's like he's laid in blood and his skin soaked it up. Like a bloodbath, maybe. Very nice. You see under his hands here are not the same as the top of his hands. This is more of his same chest colors, but he has some black detailing in his hands. So for articulation, his head is on a ball joint. If I rotate, you can get a 360. If you want to jack up his hair too much. It goes way back. Very nice. Got a side, inside, and up and down. Pretty good. Arms on a ball joint. They do rotate 360 on both sides. Remember to be very gentle after you heat your joints. They raise up about that far because these shoulder pads get in the way of the articulation. There is some rotation here at the bicep, but it's pretty stiff. I don't want to force it. It's going to be very limited anyway because of this shoulder pad. It does have bendable elbows. Try to be very careful with those. It's not going to get you 90 degrees. That's about all you get right there. His hands do rotate 360, and they just simply rotate. They do not have any other joints. They just are. There is alternate hands for these guys. He has some chest articulation, forward a bit, back a bit, nothing on side to side. He does sit very nicely. He can do a split right there, even pushing out, his side pieces of his garment here. Gets you about that much without forcing it. For the leg split forward, he does have double jointed knees. So let's be careful here. There's one joint, and there's our other joint. Gets you about that much. He does have ankle articulation that rotate 360, and there's a very small joint there for a down and up effect, but this one's quite stiff and I have not been able to get it to let go as of yet. I will need to continue working on it if it's something that I desire to utilize. This is a fantastic looking figure. Here's a comparison with the Jungle Predator. I love the helmet design on the Boar Predator. Very evil looking. He scales perfectly with his counterparts. Even with the newer Predator figures, those guys are still a tad bit taller than these guys. These are like the Boss Predators. They are quite bigger. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the actual accessories he comes with. Comes with this stand. It's a muddy stand. That's what we're used to seeing. Once you get all your Predators, you can build a very, very nice display. I just hope with all the upcoming Predators from the AVP Predators that they continue with the muddy version. That way we continue printing, getting more of these pieces so we can build a nice diorama that matches. And of course, it comes with those H and I brackets. What do you want to call them? That's what I call them. So you guys, somebody says, oh, it's an H and it's an I, whatever. Like when you're saying Hiya versus Hiya. On this channel, we say Hiya. Let's see what else we got. He comes with the extended spear. This is a gray here on the extended part. This is a darker color. This is a gray pad in the center. Just some advice. The centerpiece here. It's a large diameter. And it does stretch out your hands. So be very careful. Just as a heads up. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we have two hands. Which you can see they're just open hands. They are taped in there. Here he has a throwing disc. Done in a gunmetal. You can see that actually has holes in it. And I've got them to stay before. Just two pegs on the side of here. That pretty much goes in like that. But you just got to get it to where it stays. You know, it plugs into two corresponding holes. But it's hard to see through the camera, so you get the idea of what it takes. So let's see if we can get some more of these parts out of here. This tape. There we go. So this actually accessory is the collapsed version of his spear or bow, whatever you want to call it. See here? That's all that is. And the colors match. Very nice. These hands are just open hands. If I take them out and hold them, you'll barely be able to see them anyway. So just open grabbing hands. It does match his pattern. Underhands are lighter, and then the outer hands are more of the red hands. So that is actually all of the accessories that it comes with. These retail for $19.99. Anywhere, see them up to $24.99. Highly recommend these figures for any adult collector that likes the Predators. But remember, guys, to heat them up. Don't break or crack your joints. So let's take one last look, 360 look at this figure. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you have already subscribed, I want to thank you for your support. And I want to wish you guys happy hunting in any of your ventures, looking for your collectibles, whatever you collect. Happy hunting. Keep collecting. Thanks for watching. and we'll see you in the next review.